All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Moon and Michael. This game taking place here on Turtle Rock. Hope you guys are hope you guys are seated, because this promises to be a great game as we see Moon spawning as the red knight up on the bottom right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, we have Mikel spawning as the pink undead. Mikel, also known as Lucifer, a very strong undead player, and this should be an absolute joy to watch and behold. Hi Mita, how are you doing? Hopefully you are doing well. Hello everyone, good morning to you wherever you may be, however you may be listening. I'm glad that you're spending some time with us. Forget back to Warcraft. No, don't forget back to Warcraft. Those guys have done so much for the community, have given back, and have really been able to dedicate so much time to the game. They really keep it alive and well. I know they're like funding W3 champions and the ladders and all of that good stuff, with all of the support that you've also given them. So definitely don't forget them as we're looking at Moon going into a Demon Hunter first. Hi Cadence, how you doing? Yeah, Moon going into a Demon Hunter first. What does this all mean? Well, I don't know what it means. Normally, Moon likes to go for Keeper of the Grove first. So, are we gonna see a bigger transition back into this Demon Hunter style of play that is being used to try and shut down undead? Demon Hunter using a lot of mana burn, and the mana burn targets are not only the heroes, the Death Knight and the Lich, but also targeting those obsidian statues, which provide so much support. And if you remember, obsidian statues only have 600 hit points, and they don't have any real easy way to be healed. So by mana burning down those units, not only are you dealing damage to a backline support unit, which is very fundamental and very much needed, you're also indirectly removing hit points and manas from the heroes, as the heroes themselves won't have nearly as much regeneration coming in from those units. All right, Demon Hunter does have a Mantle of Intelligence now making its way off to the north here. Death Knight opened up with Unholy Aura instead of Death Coil, and now the Demon Hunter is just kind of playing this little game of like, hey, you know what are you gonna do, and what am I gonna try and do to you, as he tries to play this little back and forth game here. Demon Hunter and archers are splitting in different directions. Death Knight does not have Dust of Appearance, but he may not need it, with Unholy Aura being able to close in on that distance fairly well. And remember, this is trying to look through here, Death Knight still swarming out with a large number of ghouls, as the archers are now retreating back here. Are more archers being trained? No, we are not, but we do have a tech to tier 2 on both sides. Necropolis and Tree of Life being upgraded to that next level. All right, in comes the units here. Skeletal minions, Giant Sea Turtle gonna get taken down. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 gonna get a little bit more, and Death Knight is just on the cusp of level 2. As soon as level 2 is up, all of a sudden you're gonna be seeing more Death Coils and mana burns, as it didn't make sense to try and mana burn the Death Knight when the Death Knight didn't have any real reason to have mana to begin with. All right, archers are just hiding off over here. Archers just trying to lay a little bit of damage, just lay damage onto some of those trailing units as well, as you're going to see the Demon Hunter racking up that damage onto those skeletal minions back and forth. 28 supply compared to 29. Death Knight now making its way back over here to the top right. Demon Hunter trying to chase down some more of these units as well, as the Death Knight finally does pick up Dust of Appearance, selling I believe that Cloak of Shadows, but still adding in some of that damage. Death Knight, I believe that was a denied right there, as the Demon Hunter perhaps going to try and pick up Boots of Speed to try and close in on that distance. This is this classic 1.29 Night Elf versus Death Knight matchup that we've seen, or that we are seeing here in 2021. Demon Hunter going after the units now. Death Knight able to easily get a large amount of experience. This is actually more experience than I would have expected the Death Knight to get at this stage in the game. Demon Hunter now being forced to try and retreat back, but archers are here to try and meet and greet, as well as the Death Knight could have a little bit of a bad time too. He's down to 300 hit points, but Unholy Aura is giving him additional regeneration as he tries to retreat back. Archers well, getting in some free damage as we see a Naga Sea Witch now being picked up from the tavern. However, the Naga Sea Witch will be a little bit too slow in trying to intercept that Death Knight, as the Death Knight is fairly safe back on Blight. That Ghoul, however, well, down to 6 hit points, a better regeneration while on Blight, definitely working out there as Mikkel, well, rotating the crops, so to speak, and able to get a fresh batch of ghouls, now all full on hit points. Well, I guess rotating the workers. Yeah, rotating the workers would be a better use of that word here. All right, Death Knight now looking to head back once more. Demon Hunter playing this little game again. We are not looking at, oh no, we are looking at a Lich second, as Mikkel should be able to get some Frost Nova damage. However, the cold arrows of Moon and the Demon Hunter here able to keep this Death Knight pretty much in check, kind of, well, just closing in on that Death Knight. This is a bit of a trapping net on that Death Knight. Death Knight does have a potion of healing, as he's going to try and get some damage now, or get some surround here. He's still on Blight, so he is regenerating hit points significantly faster. But now finally off of Blight, is he going to get a surround onto the Naga Sea Witch? Yes, he does. Surround onto that Naga Sea Witch here. Scroll of Town Portal now being transferred over. Are we going to get some bonus retreating damage onto that? Well, onto that Demon Hunter, we are, and Mikkel able to force a Scroll of Town Portal. Meanwhile, Moon is attempting to creep out a gargantuan sea turtle creep camp away from all of the action. All right, Death Knight, Lich coming back here. Mikkel doing a great game. That technical level, a little bit of a dance of these units going back and forth until finally Mikkel was able to make a strong play. Now that Mikkel has a bit of room to breathe, he is going to go ahead and continue to creep. Some of the creep camps, many of those creep camps have already been cleared up. We see a potion of greater mana on that Death Knight. And I just realized this, the Death Knight's 2 additional gauntlets of Ogre Strength did give him better regeneration on top of that Unholy Aura while on Blight. So that additional points of strength may have been the difference here. And what is this? Mikkel actually attempting to go after a fairly difficult creep camp. There's a shockwave, and now there is a full surround right there. Mikkel could end up losing this Ogre Lord. Are we going to see a shockwave go down, perhaps onto those backline units? Ogre Lord realizes, wait, I don't want to be stuck so far away. What am I doing here? As it's finally going to get taken down. Tome of Knowledge, Claws of Attack plus 12 on that Lich, the perfect item that it wanted for Christmas, as all it needs now is that Orb of Corruption to follow up. All right, Mikkel doing some risky play, creeping with very low hit point units. Meanwhile, Moon setting up his Death Star, his secret moon base over here on the top right, by setting up this Tree of Life. Turtle Rock deserves to be in the map pool rotation or not. As a player, no. As a spectator and a viewer, we do see some really great games. It's often very frustrating, though, for the players themselves. I normally Turtle Rock, or I know Turtle Rock is normally not vetoed, because there are other maps that favor specific races more and more, but a lot of the players just don't like it. And I guess if it's a map that everyone really doesn't, if the players don't hate and the viewers like, I don't know. It's kind of strange, right? It's those things where you wouldn't normally think of it that way. Same feelings, always good to watch, but probably frustrating to play. Yeah. There's an Echo Isle, a small map, then there's this map, and others are, yeah, like, so that's where everything is. All right, Lich does have that Orb of Corruption, only has 3 items, and has plus 19 damage on top of that -4 armor debuff. All right, that is going to be continuing to make a big deal, and it looks as though both sides are just able to freely creep out these creep camps here. Bear is already, Druid of the Claw is already out on here on the battlefield. There's a rejuvenation and a roar as the ghouls are now trying to make their way across. All right, are we going to see some big damage indeed? Frost Nova, Death Coil going after those units. Fork Lightning as well. Demon Hunter having a rejuvenation, having a very difficult time to get focused down here, as the Crypt Fiends are looking to perhaps focus down some of those Dryads. Bears are now going after the Crypt Fiends as well, as there is just a mad dash of trying to finish off some of those units. There goes another Archer as well, as the units are now trying to retreat back. Bears in that front line. Obsidian Statues need to keep the pace. There's a Death Coil for the save as a mana burn comes across. Potion of Greater Mana used. Death Knight wants to stay in the back a little bit further. He's going to be able to stay save that crit fiend? Yes, it does. Able to back away ever so much as that walking distance allowed that death coil to be just right on time. Staff of Preservation, Destroyers now up in the air as well, getting in some of that bonus damage. Lich, however, not having enough mana as we see some rejuvenation being cast across some of those lower hit point bears. Units retreating back 51 supply compared to 52. Both sides opting to go into low upkeep as there's as the secret moon base of Mikkel set up faster than the secret moon base of Moon. All right, Moon's secret moon base actually positioned off in the wrong location, having now to go after this gargantuan sea turtle creep camp right in the middle, as we see now an ancient protector getting constructed right and scouted out Mikkel's expansion over here on the bottom left. Well, Forest Troll Warlord has been trained or has been taken down, and what an item drop it was. Rune Bracers, reducing the amount of damage of Death Coil and Frost Nova. All right. If that Demon Hunter wasn't difficult to kill before, he is going to be that much more difficult to kill now. He does not have a Staff of Teleportation, though, so we're not going to see any, well, damage, rinse, and repeat style of play, at least for a little while longer. And perhaps there is a Staff of Teleportation, well, they are in the cards somewhere. All right, Wisp is going to get taken out. Yes, it does. No detonation as the Demon Hunter now gets up to level 4. Potion of Invulnerability now on that Naga Sea Witch. Demon Hunter perhaps going to try and head over here to the top left, and this is an interesting spot. Mikkel has level 3 coming up against the Demon Hunter's level 4 level 3 Moon. It doesn't have the economy up and running yet, and behind this, Mikkel is going to have a slightly larger army into this upcoming push, but at the same time, Moon, looking at the map, he has more opportunities to creep. He has the hero level advantage. He has the opportunities to creep, and with that, he may be able to make some sort of play. However, well, Mikkel not giving Moon any time to rest, gonna go ahead and try and go after these locations here, trying to finish off some of these units as the Tree of Life, well, it's still going in after that Entangled Bears. Here we are, no repairs going on whatsoever, fighting up on the high ground, a difficult proposition as the Demon Hunter now slips behind enemy lines for those mana burns. Staff of Preservation saves one bear. Ghouls are getting taken down. Mana burn again. Staff of Preservation saves another bear as the bears are, well, finally, well, and being forced to retreat back as the bears are currently on cooldown. There's a rejuvenation as this bear going to go ahead and transform, or Druid of the Clock going to go ahead and transform into bear. Frost Nova coming back over. Staff of Preservation. This bear who was Staff of Preservation earlier trying to get back into the action, he gets taken down. So 2 bears down already, and a 3rd bear may get taken down as well. Moon losing a multitude of bears, and with this, may be able to shut down the expansion before it gets up and running. Death Knight, however, down to 49 hit points, forced to retreat back out as Moon, it takes quite a bit of damage. Is going to finish off one Crypt Fiend. Yes, he does, but there is now a 15 supply difference between these two armies. Base was properly built and set up. Moon is harvesting as we're looking at the Destroyers heading over to try and do a bit of creeping as well. No moments to rest as both sides trying to use this little break in the action in between games to clear out creeps and gain another advantage some other way. Ogre Warrior easily going to get finished off here. Trailing units, Ogre Lord going to make its way back over, but some free damage has already been added up. This Druid of the Claw has to be careful. Doesn't actually want to be taking damage here as the Ogre Lord finally does get taken down. Level 4 now on the Naga Sea Witch, and Cloak of Flames giving immolation to the Demon Hunter, even more reason to just try and, well, continue to fight in that front line spot. Probably multiplicative, so didn't even see the question, so I don't know, the answer seems smart enough. Anyways, Demon Hunter going to go ahead and clear things out. Dryads here. Death Knight seeing that level 4. Demon Hunter not making the transition over to Mana Burn. Going to perhaps try and pick up the item instead. It was a Circlet of Nobility. There's a Mana Burn, and the Naga Sea Witch could be in trouble. Is it going to be able to, yes, use a Potion of Invulnerability, going to be able to fight its way through. We do have Staff of Preservation's Demon Hunter in that front line spot, doing a great job just racking up all of that damage here. But, well, the Demon Hunter could be himself be in trouble as well, especially with that negative armor acting as such a big play there. Tree of Life now fully healed back up, and now all of the creep camps are now done. He asked about Rune Bracers. They don't stack, right?
is under siege. The player's forces are under attack.
I don't. Simply, that's something. That's something that some other Warcraft 3 video person will make out there using the map editor, and that one video will end up getting more videos than any of my Warcraft 3 videos. All right. Demon Hunter going after Crypt Fiends here. Destroyers in that front line. Dryads continuing to put pressure. Bears in that front line able to deal large amount of damage to many of those Crypt Fiends, as the Demon Hunter has to be very careful, low on hit points, being forced to retreat back. And now that backline position, very difficult to try and finish off any of those units. Abomination also being brought to the party, does not have Disease Cloud. And what is going on here? Demon Hunter now trying to retreat back once more. Demon Hunter looking to retreat back here. We should be getting some rejuvenations across multiple units. Why don't we see that as of yet? Getting a rejuvenation on that Druid of the Claw. More OP is a Red Creep Camp. Drops a Killeen's Dagger of Escape. Red Creep Camps giving Blink. Oh, yeah, could you imagine Blink on like a demon or on a Mountain King? How scary that proposition would be. All right, a little bit of healing going on in the back line here. Immolation, the Demon Hunter still absorbing quite a bit of damage. The Bear is getting some rejuvenation, trying to recharge, refresh. Moon is a little bit lower on hit points, and lower in size of army. But remember, I've said this before, mana is a resource. All of those Druids of the Claw are currently low on hit points now, but well, they were low on hit points a moment ago. They are back and ready for action. This Druid of the Claw, yep, gonna go ahead and transform back into a bear as well, as we're looking at a 70 versus 70 supply going up against 79, incredibly even. Coming back through, Dryad, Demon Hunter, gonna perhaps be able to transition or get a Obsidian statue in transition. Now Fork Lightning, Demon Hunter in that frontline spot. Crypt Fiend not able to be saved as the units are just continuing the fight. There is another mana burn damage onto that Obsidian statue as it tries to join in on the battle. Bear trying to escape. Frost Nova stops in his tracks, but 2 Obsidian statues already down as level 5 now goes down onto the Demon Hunter. Staff of Preservation stays alive there as we're seeing Destroyers get taken down. 73 supply compared to 68, and both sides are taking quite a bit of damage, but we're looking at all of these Obsidian statues absolutely getting destroyed. There's a Fork Lightning as well, finishing off some units, but one of those bears not able to make it out. Moon smelling like a rose after that particular battle, being down at 9 supply at the start, but well, able to jump back into it once more, saving 2 precious bears who will be casting rejuvenation to get back in onto that action again. All right, one more rejuvenation is in order, and it will be inbound here in just a moment. 76 supply. Moon has bounced back quicker. And where's that rejuvenation? Where's that rejuvenation? There we are. There you are. There's those rejuvenations, as well as there are no more places to really creep on the map. Now Moon is setting up this base here. Meanwhile, this haunted gold mine is getting set up as well. Main bases, only about 3 minutes of mining left, as we are going to be going into a slight testing of the waters, trying to get a feel of where your opponent is at in terms of commitment. Abominations now have Disease Cloud, as the Dryads are going to continue to fight here. All right, a little bit of damage coming back across here. Bear, Staff of Preservation saves. Demon Hunter, Mana Burn. Lich, no more Frost Novas. Fork Lightning going down onto a lot of those frontline units. A little bit of separation as one of the Abominations could end up getting taken down. Looks like he will get taken down there as a Bear now trying to retreat back. Mana Burn onto the Lich, even though it was already low on hit points. Obsidian statues perhaps a little bit too far back, as another Bear gets Staff of Preservation back as well. All right, Demon Hunter in that frontline location using those Orbs of Venom very effectively to try and take out those Destroyers, and then just apply that poison to as many units as possible. One Bear, not in bear form, and again, end up taking out very quickly, as the Demon Hunter with the Cloak of Flames really just sitting in that frontline spot with rune bracers and such high armor, extremely difficult to take out. You can see how much damage he's done just by standing next to him. He's been standing next to 3 or 4 units for so long. That's an additional 40 damage a second that does add up over time. Mikhail perhaps not counting that into consideration, as Moon is currently a little bit behind in terms of supply, has a little bit more gold, so should be able to make up that with no problem whatsoever. And now going in, yeah, look at this. Look at these low hit point Druids of the Claw, who are just constantly getting stabbed to preservation down to 2 hit points. I'm gonna wait until, well, thank Yang. Thank you for the sub. Definitely gonna help here. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with YouTube and getting paid through YouTube. Um, so yeah, that actually is a bit of a scare for me. If I cannot get AdSense through YouTube anymore, well, I don't do it for the money, because if I did do it for the money, there's not enough money for me to be doing this. But if it wasn't for the money, I couldn't justify spending an hour a day away from my kids who really wanna be with me here. And no engagement going on. Bear trying to retreat back here. 3 destroyers quickly going after the Druid of the Claw. Druid of the Claw able to retreat back while one gets stabbed for preservation. Another one may have to get stabbed for preservation. No such luck there, as another stab for preservation saves the third bear. All right, still battling it out here. Moon getting caught completely unaware in this spot, as the Naga Sea Witch now perhaps going to go into level 3 Fork Lightning, trying to focus down some of those Crypt Fiends. All right, low hit point Bear trying to retreat back. Now Demon Hunter behind enemy lines, trying to finish off some of those units. Are we going to see another Fork Lightning? No, we are not, as the Naga Sea Witch turns around with, does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, should really be engaged here, as another bear gets taken down again. All right, Fork Lightning finishes off a couple of units. Are we going to see the Crypt Fiends getting taken down? There goes another. Are we going to see any more departing? No, Demon Hunter could have tried to go after that top left Crypt Fiend to finish it off, but no such luck. All right, I hope there is one day. This game is kind of insane so far, just constantly trading blows. I hope there is one day. You are the best caster, in my opinion. Thank you. I've enjoyed casting. I've had a lot of fun. I'm not very good at self promotion, and yeah, no, it for a while it felt like there WarCraft casting or Warcraft 3 casting on YouTube. So just turned it back into a hobby, and now I'm seeing like people still casting from replays, getting 100,000 views per video. Like, wow, that could have been me. Anyways, but do I really want to do that? It's difficult to say. But I don't know. I think the transition. I think only in South Korea are players are the casters still actually very very respected as they get older, right? Like gentlemen casters. It feels as though the internet casters is still a little bit on the childish side. You know, making like not being nearly as professional, because, well, you know, being childish sells on the internet, but that's just not, like, that's just not me. Anyways, gonna go ahead and engage here. Demon Hunter quickly taking a lot of damage. Gonna go Orb of Venom, trying to take down some of those destroyers. Staff of Preservation saves one bear. Are we gonna see another Staff of Preservation saves another bear? Mana Burn trying to push through. Dryad now trying to back away. Naga Sea Witch, and this is just a sea of units fighting on top of each other. Difficult to see what's going on. There's a roar, but that roar could easily turn into hit points, as the Lich now gets up to level 6. Level 6 Lich. Death Knight sitting at level 5. Are we gonna see Death and Decay? Yes, we do. We are looking at Death and Decay. How is it already on cooldown? I don't quite understand how that Death and Decay could already be on cooldown according to the overlay there, as the Demon Hunter could get taken out. No, Staff of Preservation for the save. And, well, Moon's Ancient of War out in front, gonna get taken out. So far, it is 4 bases versus 4 bases. And now, if you look along this diagonal on the mini-map, it actually seems like a 2v2 map, based on how the players are expanding here. Moon and Mikhail's forward bases very much exposed, and they are still not getting damaged all that much. Now, establishing this or this base would be quite a bit of a stretch, but depending on how long this game goes, we could actually see that come into play. Mikhail now at 86 supply over 100, and that means he's only mining 12 gold a second compared to Moon's 21. that is a
Player's
very,
forces
very,
are under
very
attack.
precipitous drop-off as we see another engagement here. Destroyers continue to engage. Bears trying to go after those units. There's some reveals as the Dryads now trying to retreat back. Death Knight is deep behind enemy lines. Level 3 Unholy Aura, I believe. Yes, level 3 Unholy Aura for even better regeneration. Dryads trying to focus their way through. Destroyers, so much damage going down as Staff of Preservation is continuing to save units. Demon Hunter trying to go after some more of those Obsidian statues. Death Knight is going to be able to finish off any of those units as well. No, it is not. As the Demon Hunter sits at level 6 or 5, just outside of level 6. All right. Oh, Moon changing the zoom for me. All right. Adjusting the zoom for micro. I was just like, wait, how come it seemed like it like stuttered stepped just a little bit. All right. Perhaps Moon was unable to get the necessary micro or wasn't able to see enough of the battle here and what was going on. But what I do like about Turtle Rock with forced cross spawn positions is the way that the battles are laid out. Because it's east versus west instead of north versus south, you are able to see more of the battle because the battle spans from left to right instead of the battle spanning from top to bottom. And the way widescreen monitors work right now, well, because they're wide instead of tall monitors, you're able to actually see what is going on throughout the entire battle here. You're able to see the back lines on both sides as they're about to engage. But as soon as you go into a north versus south battle, you're like, wait, wait,
A player's
wait.
forces are under attack.
Demon Hunter looking to get that little bit of extra experience, maybe a little bit of a little bit of a problem as the Demon Hunter not trying to back not the Naga Sea Witch's level 6 is Tornado. Right? Like, I don't know why. Monsoon, Hurricane, like, no. Water Spout, come on. Tornado. Don't get me started. Staff of Preservation saves that bear there. Demon Hunter trying to go after some of those units. More and more bears are getting taken down. 89 supply compared to 85. Demon Hunter gets up to level 6 here. Is he going to go into Metamorphosis? That is the question. Orb of Venom, Chaos damage. Naga Sea Witch, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Why isn't the Demon Hunter going into Metamorphosis? That is a major advantage indeed, as the Demon Hunter finally, switches back over. All right, a little bit of range, extra bonus damage. Where did the Demon Hunter go? Demon Hunter is still fighting right underneath here, able to get in a large amount of damage. Immolation Aura, or Immolation still causing damage here, as the Death Knight now down to 374 hit points. Naga Sea Witch turning back around. You could see a Fork Lightning, Staff of Preservation for the save, as the Demon Hunter now tries to retreat back once more. Army is just simply too out of position for Moon. Moon does have a decent sized army, but is all just separated, and because it is separated it is falling apart. Any straggler of a unit quickly finds itself out of position as this expansion is about to get taken down. All right, we may see 2 bases compared to 3 here, forcing a cancellation on this gold mine. Now coming in from behind, there's a mana burn onto the Lich. Death Knight Lich still trying to fight their way through, and in come some meat wagons as well to try and add in some of that necessary siege damage that is so difficult for this undead army to accumulate. No real way to deal damage to fortified armor. Demon Hunter now looking to retreat back, able to retreat back. There's some Forked Lightning. There's a Mana Burn once more on that Death Knight. Demon Hunter could try to get some extra damage here as the Drives are now trying to retreat back. We should be looking at some rejuvenations onto the Demon Hunter as we see a Scroll of Town Portal now finally coming back across. Are we going to see a saving of a bear? Yes, we are, and the Demon Hunter still has his rejuvenation after the quick departure. Mikkel sitting at 81 supply, getting back into high upkeep, while Moon is still staying in low upkeep, and he is banking 2,400 gold still at this stage in the game. All right, if he is able to consistently trade 1-for-1 against his opponent while his opponent is in high upkeep and he is in low upkeep, he will find himself with a large amount of gold, or a large gold advantage when it gets to the very end. Mikkel's trying to close the game out, close it quickly, and he just is unable to do that, being forced now to take up a 5th base, a 4th, or now a 3rd mining base here, as it is 3 mining bases compared to 3 mining bases. This base looks like, nope, well, that base doesn't look too shabby. Still has about 9 to 9 minutes on all of those bases at the least. Demon Hunter. Staff of Teleportation. All right, we are going to see some Staff of Preservation shenanigans as Moon gets up to 3,000 gold. All right, 3,000 gold. Naga Sea Witch full on items as well, as the destroyers are, well, heading off, absorbing quite a bit of mana, and that is 6 destroyers. 6 destroyers with mana as the engagement now getting underway. Mana burst straight up onto that unit already. Destroyers trying to fight back. Staff of Preservation saving once more. Demon Hunter trying to engage. Demon Hunter's Metamorphosis is nearly done on cooldown, as now this Naga Sea Witch does have Tornado if it wants it, or it's going to go for level 3 Cold Arrows. Demon Hunter Metamorphosis now complete, going after, dealing that damage more and more as the Dryads are trying to create a little bit of separation. Demon Hunter could try and go after, what is it going to go after? Going after these Crypt Fiends as well, and there is that Tornado. Naga Sea Witch actually channeling that right now as it is trying to be moved back here, but it doesn't actually deal any damage, just picks up the units, as the Demon Hunter should be able to get some easy damage picking off some of those Crypt Fiends. Units are still trying to retreat back. There's a mana burn right there as we're looking at slow poison. Lich could be in trouble, down to 190 hit points, being forced to use a potion of lesser invulnerability there. Demon Hunter, meanwhile, finding that meat wagon, going to be able to easily finish it off as the Metamorphosis. Remember, Rune Bracer also protects from destroyer damage as well, as that is why that Demon Hunter is so difficult to take out. All right. What's the best way to counter Metamorphosis? Don't engage it and wait for it to come to an end. And, well, once it's come to an end, it takes another about 2 minutes more time before it is ready to go. Cloak of Flames. Clarity Potion being picked up. Perhaps going to pick that back up and get back into the action. 79 supply compared to 75. Mikkel constantly rebuilding his army. Meanwhile, Moon sitting on a large bank of gold. Still mining in low upkeep, sitting on almost 3,500 gold here. All right, Demon Hunter tries to test the waters, gets a little bit of damage, and now breaking back again. Rune Bracers doesn't affect magic damage. It doesn't? Only spell damage? Reduces spell damage? Oh, okay, I thought spell damage was magic damage, but you're right, it is not. You're right. I thought it was, but a unit being immune to magic, it also means that it's immune to spell damage and magic damage, which I guess is some of the confusion there. All right, Fork Lightning coming across to engage. Demon Hunter getting into that front line spot. Immolation still causing quite a bit of damage. Death Knight gets up to level 7, does have Animate dead now, as we're continuing to fight back and forth. Naga Sea Witch getting off some big Fork Lightnings across this group here, as the Naga Sea Witch now picking up some of those units and now quickly getting them taken down. Demon Hunter still going after all of these units here. 73 supply compared to 79. Death Coil saving that one Abomination, as the Bears are still racking up that damage indeed. Roar on some of those units as the Bears are trying to retreat back. Destroyers trying to retreat back as well. And 72 supply, finally the Tornado comes to an end as more Fork Lightning does come down. Demon Hunter trying to finish things off as the Naga Sea Witch could be in trouble. Naga Sea Witch does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Is it going to use it in time? No, it does not. Doesn't use the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, and now the Demon Hunter gonna get taken out as well. It looks like Mikkel House found the tipping point, and Moon, now with 4,400 gold, is it gonna try and resurrect? Well, there's the GG. Wait, what? What? Wait, hold on. Wait, Oh, he meant to say BB, not G. Okay, I was on like Staff of Preservation. Go. I don't know what the ruling is on that. If you tell your opponent GG, like Korean keyboards versus like. I could totally understand no, like sometimes the Korean keyboard layout versus the American keyboard layout is different, and the letters are in different locations. So maybe he didn't mean to actually type that. I don't know. All right, gonna go ahead and go into an engagement. Destroyers, Bears right here, devouring all of that delicious roar. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter already back in action, still a 3,000 gold advantage. and as the bears are quickly getting destroyed here. All right, Demon Hunter continuing to fight once more. Demon Hunter Metamorphosis is off of cooldown. Why isn't it going into Metamorphosis? That is the question to be had, as the Demon Hunter is now trying to retreat back again. More Fork Lightning, level 7 on that Demon Hunter, as he doesn't have Rejuvenation just quite yet. Staff of Preservation saves another bear as Moon retreats back once more. No, there is an observer in this game. So this game it does count for something. I feel like I need to check this right now. Where is this game? Oh, no. No, it doesn't. It's not part of a tournament. All right. All right, Demon Hunter. Oh, Animate Dead quickly being used, and here we are. There is that bit right there. There was a Devour Magic, and the Devour Magic actually ate the invulnerable Dryad. So you saw that little bit of that denial right there. So you have to be a bit careful. I guess destroyers like to take down these Animate Dead, and there are these Dryads and these bears here. But Druids of the Claw. What's funny is the Druids of the Claw aren't even in bear form, so they're not really that effective at all. Lich currently being picked up into the air here as the units are trying to escape back away. Are we going to see Death of an Abomination? We are, as they all disappear now. Flow servers have passive observers now. Oh, like I've wanted that for so long. Dryads now retreating back. Moon still having a 4K bank here. It is still 3 bases mining versus 3, but Moon's bases are starting to run low. There is still 1 gold mine left to take, and will it be taken? That is the next question, as we're looking at 86 supply compared to 80. All right, Tornado, Metamorphosis. How much damage is it all really going to do? Bears are trying to get that into the battlefield. Moon's one Druid of the Claw needs to transform into bear. He does not want to take a Death Coil Frost Nova while in that Druid form, as he is, over. All right, Demon Hunter looking to perhaps find a place to fight, get a little bit of an advantage. Level 8 Death Knight, Frost Nova, and quick death of a bear up in that front line. Metamorphosis already ready to go. There's Staff of Preservation saving 1 as the Demon Hunter is trying to use that Chaos range damage to the best of his ability. Naga Sea Witch gets up to saves another bear, but that is, the cooldown doesn't seem doesn't seem so short now amongst this fight, as the Naga Sea Witch does finally use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Perhaps going to turn back around and try to get in some more damage. Demon Hunter is still racking up damage here, finishing off 2 additional Crypt Fiends, and now trying to finish off a Destroyer as well. There goes the Destroyer, and what is this? Obsidian statue could end up getting taken down. 1 or 2 more shots are needed. 1 more shot needed to finish off that Crypt Fiend, or perhaps get some of that damage. There goes the Obsidian statue and a Crypt Fiend right there, as the Demon Hunter now going to try and back away. Demon Hunter able to shake off a bit of that cold and now retreat back once more. That splash damage finishing off a good amount of units, as Mikhail now down to 67 supply compared to Moon's 77. All right, Bears once more ready, back in action, able to rejuvenate and get back up to full. And part of me wonders, at this stage in the game, getting a strength-based hero to just have another Staff of Preservation cooldown, it may actually be worth it. Or trying to get the Goblin Alchemist, who has a little bit of range as well. All right, Demon Hunter now looking to try and Goblin Alchemist with a little bit of range, able to attack against those destroyers. Right, give it a ring of protection, and suddenly you have a very dangerous level 1 hero. All right, getting ready to engage once more. Demon Hunter takes a little bit of damage now, trying to retreat back. Death Coil, Frost Nova. Demon Hunter is still turning things around. There's some Tornado. Tornado is actually dealing damage to the Necropolis right now, as the Naga Sea Witch does get up to level 7. All right, Bear gets taken down as Staff of Preservation unable to be used by the Naga Sea Witch while she's channeling, as the Necropolis is destroyed here. 70 supply compared to 67. Mikhail having a slight advantage here, as the Nerubian Tower down to 6 hit points, but hasn't been focused as of yet. Demon Hunter continuing to fire back. Destroyers could easily get taken down, as well as it looks as though Destroyers are going to get taken down. Demon Hunter now sitting up at level 8. Level 8, he now unlocks Immolation, as we see it animate dead. Druid of the Claw and Crypt Fiends are now currently out onto the battlefield, fighting their way through, able to push back this attack here once more, and animate dead actually useful in this game here. Are we looking at a Tree of Life trying to walk back over? Okay, Tree of Life has now transitioned over here. It is currently 2 bases to 3 right now, but one of these early middle bases has to be, is it? None of them are done being mined out. All right. 2 bases to 3. Moon having a slight gold advantage, but he is mining significantly less per second than his opponent. 21 compared to 7. Well, now 21 compared to 14 as Moon finally saturates this gold mine.
A town is under siege.
Battle still raging underway. Tree of Life here. Ancient Protector being built off to the side. Obsidian statues. Death Knight. Destroyers getting ready for, for some sort of attack, trying to get into position again. And where are these units going to be going? Demon Hunter taking quite a bit of damage, trying to retreat back once more, and will be able to do exactly that. There's a rejuvenation mana burn on that Death Knight. Death Knight now down to, well, 12 mana. No real worries. Thank you for the follow. As we're still going back and forth here. Bears now continuing to try and engage here. Staff of Preservation saves once more. There are 2 Ancient of Wars trying to act as gatekeepers. Are they going to join in on the battle? Yes, they are, as they're standing still and fighting against all of these units. Demon Hunter looking for an engagement. Metamorphosis should be coming online. Not quite sure why we don't see that. Staff of Preservation on the Druid of the Claw. Yes, there we are, as the Metamorphosis is finally coming here. Finding some easy damage across all of these units. Mikhail gonna lose one Abomination, but a Druid of the Claw in Druid form also lost as well, as the Druid of the Claw gonna go ahead and rejuvenate and get back in across here. All right, some easy damage onto some of these units. Not quite sure why the Demon Hunter isn't going after that Nerubian Tower first, since he does have Chaos damage, able to deal full damage to pretty much everything, as this one Haunted Gold Mine about to get taken down. Frost Nova quickly cuts short any of the action here, as the Bears are trying to make their way through. Gonna walk by a bunch of Crypt Fiends that get focused down so quick. Metamorphosis still, fighting back every which way and trying to take down all of these units. Dryads now trying to push back once more. Are we looking at Orb of Venom, poison damage over time, coupled with the Demon Hunter now continuing to fight through here. Staff of Preservation saves another bear, as the Demon or the Death Knight does have a potion of mana, so it could try and animate dead once more. Unable to save the expansion though, so it is 2 bases versus 2 as the Demon Hunter able to back away. This gold mine, is going to be very much exposed. Druids of, or the Abominations, Crypt Fiends trying to take down the Ancients of War. Meanwhile, Mikhail sitting at 71 supply compared to 73, and there goes one Ancient of War. It looks as though Mikhail Moon doesn't have enough ways to spend his gold, and that could be the problem. He has plenty of Moonwells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's definitely over that supply limit in terms of, he can lose Trees of Life and not worry about his supply, as Mikhail or as Moon finally breaks into high upkeep here. Perhaps going to try and actually get a large enough army, perhaps go into the 90s to deal with his opponent. Demon Hunter now trying to back away. Death Knight continuing to fight once more, as the Fork Lightning coming down onto many of those Crypt Fiends again. All right, Fork Lightning going to finish off many of those Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiends getting taken down means that Dryads will be able to continue to fight pretty freely. And if it's a Dryad versus a Destroyer fight, well, that generally favors the Dryads, as the Naga Sea Witch gets taken down there. Level 9 on the Death Knight. Level 7 Naga Sea Witch has been taken down. No Death Coil to try and save, as the Dryads are still fighting their way through. Crypt Fiends could end up getting taken down here. Accidentally zoomed, as we're still taking down many of these units again. All right, Crypt Fiend taken down. Demon Hunter still trying to back away. It looks like he's going to be able to back away. Goes into just attacking the air once more. 52 supply compared to 72, as the Bears are coming back over. Death Knight now making its way back over, trying to finish off that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter could perhaps try and deal a little bit more, as the Naga Sea Witch joins back in on the battle. Demon Hunter still trying to gain Staff of Preservation, sends him back home. Is he going to rejoin in on the battle? Try to walk back over, as one bear quickly gets taken down. Staff of Preservation coming back in. Naga Sea Witch could get taken down for the second time. It does, as the Death Knight still trying to fight here. Demon Hunter continuing to fight once more, and still Dryads 54 supply compared to 73. Naga Sea Witch resurrected again and just fighting constantly at the tavern. Naga Sea Witch does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, and I couldn't see who said GG first. I couldn't actually see who said GG first. Mikkel said GG first? Yeah, I think it was the constant income, Moon finding a way to just constantly bring back his heroes time and time and time again, fighting next to the tavern. If Mikkel knew how much gold Moon had, it would have been a very different match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys were entertained. Definitely a recommended game of the year caliber style of game, going back and forth. It was Moon's strategy to sit on a large bank of gold while in low upkeep, and then being able to spend the gold when the time was right. And that was exactly it. You can see the gold difference lost to upkeep, 4,000 gold difference. And that was the amount of gold Moon had at the end. And that was the difference right there. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's all I have today. Thanks, everyone.